The top 12 things the dogs on your transport want you to know, plus a few handy tips about cats. Part 1 of a 3-part presentation. Number 1 on the list. Like kids on their first day of kindergarten, we come with questions. If your actions provide the answers right off the bat, you set us up for a relaxed, enjoyable ride. You set us up for success. Our questions are simple ones. Where am I safe? Who can I trust? Who will provide for my needs? What is expected of me? And whose lead should I be following? The best way to answer our questions without a word spoken will become clear as you view the upcoming slides and videos. Are you ready? Let's go. Number 2 on the list. We don't really speak the same language. Dog is an age-old language of posture, positions, movement, and energy, both in quantity and quality. It is a body language for the most part, more nonverbal than verbal. It is also a pretty easy language to learn, given awareness, an appreciation of cultural differences, and a little practice. I mention cultural differences because dogs and humans don't follow the same social rules. Consider how two of you greet each other. You look into each other's eyes. You reach for each other and you are vocal. Hi, how are you? I'm Joanne. Wow. In our culture, if two individuals just meeting each other for the first time look each other in the eyes, and if they are vocal and if they reach out, they could be offering a challenge. Polite dogs lead with low noses and not with their eyes, their ears, or their limbs. Their noses seek out each other's back half before exploring a lot of each other's front half. This is instinctual. It is our culture, and we are programmed to do this from birth. Unlike you, when we are born, only our noses and not our eyes or our ears are functional for many days. It helps us to better develop this quiet, powerful sense. So hold off on the hugs, handshakes, and how-do-you-dos until we've had sufficient time to approach you for a good sniff. To make it easy for us, offer us your butt and not your hand. It's only polite. Cats never do that, by the way. They always offer their head first. Head first, head butts, and head rubs. It's a cultural thing. We know you want to ask, so go ahead and ask. At what point is conversation, touching, and direct eye contact with us okay? It's a fair question, and the answer is simple. Wait for our walkaway. Here is Jenny showing you what I mean. In this clip, she is offering some "I want to sniff you" Sparky barks to Kate, a shelter volunteer who has just arrived. Kate, who is fluent in both cat and canine, follows canine social protocol well. She does all the right things. Watch what Jenny does in response. Did you notice how quiet Jenny got given the opportunity to sniff Kate's butt? And did you notice the false walk-away she offered before coming back for further interaction? That is when it would have been totally okay for Kate to touch, talk, and elicit eye contact with her. Since we were filming this video to show the continued "I want to sniff you" bark of another dog, you can hear him still barking at the end of the clip. Kate waits for Jenny to offer a full walk away before walking away herself. As I play that part of the video again, notice how different cat body language is from canine body language too. In your culture, walking away might mean that you're dismissing a person, or in some cases that you disapprove of them. But in canine culture, one of us walking away more often communicates comfort, approval, or acceptance. Always watch for the walkaways and false walkaways, and consider them to be your invitation to take the next step, either to further engage with us or to walk away yourself. Number 3. We absolutely love your genuine, up-to-your-eyes smiles. They tell us you are happy and in the moment. And we like being happy and in the moment. Our species isn't into drama and trauma and who said what to whom. Genuine, up-to-your-eyes, laugh-line-creating smiles convey a heck of a lot more than words do. They relax your shoulders, arms, and back. They drop your blood pressure too. Did you know that? It's true. Smiles trigger the release of endorphins, your body's happy neurotransmitters. And they trigger your diaphragm to take an unencumbered abdominal breath. It's a reflex and you don't even have to think about it. It just happens. Give the world a smile, get back a shot of life-giving oxygen. Consider smiles to be the antidote for holding your breath, something that a lot of you do a lot throughout the day. In some cases even in your sleep. Smiles are very powerful. If a stranger smiles at you from across the room, you tend to smile back, don't you? You may even feel in the moment happy about yourself and a bit more trusting of others. Dogs get that. Here's Lynne smiling at Zoe, as Zoe demonstrates how relaxed she can be in her arms. At Lynne's facility, she rewards us dogs with sincere, relaxed smiles a lot. What? No dog biscuits? No good dogs? No clicker clicks? That's right. Smiles 95% of the time. Why is that? Because smiles don't lead to mouthiness the way treats can. Smiles don't elevate a dog's energy the way good dogs often do. Smiles are free, and they're always with you. They can't be dropped by arthritic hands, and they don't leave crumbs in your pockets. Dogs looking for treats focus on the treat, while dogs looking for smiles focus on you. Smiles can be used selectively when working with multiple dogs, and people don't even have to be looking at a dog for their smile to send its message. Lynne also rewards us with hand wags and butt wiggles. Think of the many, many times you've been pleased with our decisions, like when we are all getting along together, or when a terrible twos terrier decides for the moment to be a mellow fellow. Those aren't the greatest times for appreciative talk or treats because either would pop us out of the very calm behavior you love. Give us a little wag of your hand at your hip. Or if you're gloriously pleased with us, a butt wiggle. Since that is how we communicate our pleasure to each other, we're gonna get your message, and we will absolutely love you for it. Like smiles, hand wags and butt wiggles are free. They're always with you, and when used softly, they don't spike our energy level. Number 4 on the list is a biggie if you want to consider yourself well practiced in canine as well as human. If we act differently than what you expect, it may be due to your posture or position. For example, people often stop and look back when leading us. Rather than move forward, they anticipate trouble and they turn around at the slightest tug. The problem with looking back is, while your leash and your voice may be urging us forward, your body language is telling us to stop. There's no forward movement in it. You are stationary and your posture is urging us to move up to a stationary object. We don't usually do that unless we're looking to scale something. The best way to get us going when we give you a little tug back is to look up, face forward, and take the lead so we see that our questioning tugs aren't going to stop you. If you find that we still pull back, check the picture you have in your mind. Are you picturing success or anticipating failure? We prefer to follow confidence. Are you feeling tense? Smile to get rid of any tension in your body. You may be surprised that something so simple can make such a huge difference. Another example where a little awareness of position helps is in bright light. Inside or outside, if you stand between us and bright light, you might get barked at because we can't see your features. And your position doesn't allow us to approach your side easily for a polite sniff. Don't pause in building doorways or in front of windows either. Walk inside like you own the place and offer a relaxed smile to the world when you do it. Without a word spoken, you'll be inviting us to follow you with our noses raised politely and not with our eyes watchful in concern. Do you have dogs that bark at visitors at your home? Ask your visitors to walk into your home like they own it, ignoring your dogs while they do it. Their relaxed movement, together with attention to polite canine protocol, will go a long way towards stopping the barking. This short clip was taped at a rescue adopt-a-thon. When you view it, ignore the yappy Shih Tzu. Watch the visiting Aussie at the bottom of the screen instead. Watch how relaxed he is when Erica drops her hand to her side, inviting him to sniff her butt. She doesn't get conversational. She doesn't lean over, touch the Aussie, or look him directly in the eyes. Then watch what happens when a perfectly nice man who knows nothing about dogs approaches. What did he do? Let me play that one more time. Poor guy, he meant well, but nobody ever stopped to teach him how to speak dog. And just as we'd like you to stand on our side, it is more polite to put our leashes on from the side too. Little adjustments in your position like this are appreciated by us. And here's another thing. When you come into our yard when we are playing with our buddies, straighten your spine and look up because a confident posture relaxes us. Walk a half step in front of any people we know, well into the middle of our yard. Why in front of our people? Because that position says, in a world of leaders and followers, they are willing to follow you. We get that. Why into the middle of the yard? Because it allows us to approach your side and butt for a polite sniff. Follow canine social protocol until the time we offer you a false walk away or a walk away, inviting you to take the next step through touch, more eye contact, or conversation. And don't forget to smile, even laugh a little to shed any hidden tension, even when approached by lots of us at once. Think like a dog for a moment to answer this question. How might dogs view you if you follow their important people? 1. You're someone who might mean their people harm. 2. You're a new follower seeking to join the group. 3. It is time to decide where you should fit into the group. Or 4. Any of these choices depending upon the dog. The answer is any of these choices depending upon the dog. At the worst, you could be seen as someone who means our people harm. At the best, you might be a new follower, and it's up to us, all good little followers in our own right, to determine where in the group you fit in. The problem is, each of these circumstances is going to promote excitement, as opposed to polite curiosity. That, in turn, will encourage barking and other more rowdy behaviors. Here is a take-home message. If the new person leads you, dogs become curious. If the new person follows you, dogs become concerned. Your position is important. And here's what lies ahead in part 2 of this presentation.